Votre ordre.
Befäl! Ers Majestät! Redo! Ja! Marsch!
These
Ja! Marsch! Ja!
Var ska jag sikta?
Ers ja! Marsch! Ja! Befäl! Marsch! Redo! Befäl! Ja! Marsch!
Leave it, little boy.
Ja! Redo! Befäl! Ja! Marsch! Ja!
Alright, bag. Show mercy.
That's not really my style. Sorry to say.
I need help.
Hallå?
I need help.
Hallå?
Ja! Jag är på väg.
Ska ske. Comando?
Prêt.
Si. Pronto. Si. Pronto.
Oui. Prêt. Votre ordre.
Befäl ska ske.
Redo. Ja, novell.
Var ska jag sitta?
Redo för eldgivning. Ers Majestät. Redo för eldgivning. Eld.
Jag är på väg.
Ja! Ers Majestät? Ja!
Befäl.
Yeah, really?
Skogshuggare.
Si. Si. Stopp. Si. Alla battaglia. Stopp. Alla battaglia. Ers Majestät.
Skogshuggare.
Redo för eldgivning. Redo för eldgivning.
What the fuck?
Anfall. Ert Majestät.
Okay, what the fuck?
Var ska jag sitta? Ers Majestät, redo.
Redo för eldgivning. Redo för eldgivning. Första. Var ska jag sitta? Ers Majestät.
Befäl, snickare.
Hallå?
Ja,
Snickare. Var ska jag sitta? Ska ske. Redo för ja. Befäl? Gruvarbetare.
hallå? Gruvarbetare.
Ja. Ert Majestät, var ska jag sitta? Anfall. Var ska jag sitta? Ert Majestät. Redo för eldgivning. Ert Majestät. Det första.
Ers Majestät, redo.
Redo för eldgivning. För första. Anfall. Redo för eldgivning. Var ska jag sitta? Redo, ske. Var ska jag sitta? Första.
Redo för ja. Ers Majestät, redo för
Ers Majestät.
eldgivning. Ska ske. Var ska jag sitta? Ja. Redo, Ers Majestät. Ska ske.
Redo för Ers Majestät.
Sista ordet är inte sagt.
Redo för eldgivning. Anfall.
Befäl. Snickare. Skogshuggare.
Sista ordet är inte sagt.
Ers Majestät. Var ska jag sitta? Alla batalja!
Ers Majestät. Ja.
Sista ordet är inte sagt.
Fosterland. Var ska jag sitta? Redo för fosterland.
Sista ordet är inte sagt.
Ers Majestät. För fosterland.
Sista ordet är inte sagt.
Anfall. Ers Majestät.
Hallå.
Redo för eldgivning.
Sista ordet är inte sagt. Jag är skadad. Kan inte röra mig.
Ja, för fosterland. Var ska jag sitta? Anfall. Eld. För fosterland.
Sista ordet är inte sagt.
Var ska jag sitta? Anfall. Var ska jag sikta? Ja, redo. Redo för eldgivning. För fosterland. Redo för eldgivning. Anfall. Redo för eldgivning. Var ska jag sitta? Anfall. Redo för eldgivning. Var ska jag sitta? Fosterland. Anfall. Ers Majestät.
Are you control grouping your artillery?
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know how to do that shit.
Control +1, control +2. That'll form the group, and then just 1, 2 to select.
Redo för eldgivning. Var ska jag sitta? För eldgivning. Ers Majestät, ska jag sitta?
Yeah, it's like there's 3 different people playing your account or something. This is ridiculous.
Redo för eldgivning.
Sista ordet är inte sagt.
Ers Majestät. Fosterland. Anfall.
Sista ordet är inte sagt än.
Var ska jag sitta?
Ers Majestät ska ske.
Sista ordet är inte sagt än. Jag är skadad, kan inte röra mig.
Are you control grouping every different type of artillery, like culverins for 1, horse artillery for 2, mortars for 3, yada yada yada?
No, it's mostly just calves.
Okay.
The others I just select and pull back. It's 1, 2, 3 for me for calves. Kind of top to bottom on the map or left to right, however you want to think of it. So I just find that to be the most intuitive way to do it.
Yeah, I
But
can't
everyone
even.
has their own way.
I'm like scared to make falconets because your culverins are just taking them out.
Ers Majestät? Ja, var ska jag sitta? Redo? Ers Majestät? Ja, var ska jag sitta?
Jag är skadad,
Redo.
kan inte röra mig.
Hallå? Gruvarbetare.
Sista ordet är inte sagt än.
Redo för eldgivning? Ja, Ers Majestät. Redo för eldgivning? Redo.
Sista ordet är inte sagt. Jag är skadad, kan inte röra mig.
Shoot!
Sista ordet är inte sagt än. Sista ordet är inte sagt än.
Redo för eld ska ske. Var ska jag sitta? Ja.
Redo. Redo för eldgivning. Tillfredsställd.
Did you delete villagers?
A little bit. I'm at 45.
Oh, well that fucking explains it. I'm like, how do you have this much pop for all this artillery? You have like 10 culverins on the map.
I'm adapting to the no rush 60 meta.
Yeah, I only deleted like 30. You have like 40 more pop than I do.
Oh yeah, because 30 would put that'd put you at 60, so I have 20 pop advantage, right?
No, because you have 60 to begin with. I have 90.
Right, but if you delete 30, that puts you at 60. So you would have been equal pop. I guess is what I'm saying. Like, army-wise, we should have been equal after your build delete.
Redo för eldgivning.
Alright, I'm done. Can't compete with this.
Well, GG.
Yeah, good game. What is Cam mad about? She does this all the time.
Well, Cam is slapping pretty hard, so, you know. Yeah, I use, like I said, 1, 2, and 3 for culverins. And in a heads up like this for production,
For like three different groups.
yeah, basically the easiest way I can explain it is that on my screen going from left to right, 1 is left, 2 is either center or right, depending on how many culves I have on the field, and 3 would be right if I have more than 6 culves.
So what do you use to control group your military buildings, like 6, 7, and 8 or something?
I rebound 6, 7, and 8 to F1, F2, F3, F4.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Explain that again. I'm confused.
In the hotkey settings, you can change control groups around. So I changed 6 through 8 to F1, F2, F3, F4, so that I can have my production on the top row and then my units on the bottom row.
Oh, okay.
So 1, 2, 3,
So you're
4, 5.
So you're
and then
setting your
F1
you're
through
setting
F4.
your military production buildings to F1, F2, F3, F4, and your units to 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yep, and I use 5 for natives usually
Okay.
if I have native embassies for production.
How much gold are you on?
150k.
I'm on 50k. Well, 55. I didn't even bother trying to make culverins because you were microing your culverins way better, or excuse me, falconets. Because I feel like they were getting taken out too easily, and you had so much fucking artillery on the map. When did you delete your villagers?
Probably 3-4 minutes into the fight.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you had a 20 pop advantage on me this whole game.
Yep.
Because I was like, there's no way you're able to have let's take your army right now. You have 8 culverins, 4 horse artillery, 2 mortars, plus all those Highlanders. I'm like, how do you have the population to support all that?
Build delete.
Yeah,
But
seriously.
I have banks for extra sustain, so I figured the fill delete was
Ja. Hallå.
reasonable here, given that I'm playing with an army that's not super pop efficient to begin with Highlanders. Because otherwise, I think I'd be in the same position you were, where I don't know if I would have the pop space to be fighting the Gulf War and be able to produce horse artillery and mortars to do any sort of push. I feel like I needed the Vil Delete just to have enough pop to fit the artillery into the composition. Especially if I'm going to be predominantly Highlander, I really have to have like at least 4 horse art out at all times. Otherwise, if you go heavy on Jaegers, I'm just going to get shredded.
Yeah, I tried to go for Irish Musketeers for the most part. They're only 1 pop. Because I was afraid if I went too heavy into Jaegers, you would just spam Royal Horsemen.
I mostly use Red Lancers, Stradoids.
Or Red Lancers. One of those two.
Like, I don't think Royal Horsemen are necessarily bad, but I think for the intended purpose that I usually use Cav for, which is either killing exposed artillery or like skirmishers, Red Lancer just do it better.
Yeah.
Looks like Karma and
Iron
Fan are still going at it.
I think Karma is winning, considering that Germany should probably be like way higher on score. So I think Germany's draining faster than he is. It also looks like Karma's gained a little bit of ground too.
Yeah, he's distinctly pushing into the side of his opponent at this point. Oh yeah, Moon should have used Black Riders a bit more. At least on this map where they're 10% cheaper and instant.
Oh, against Boog.
Yeah. They deal with the gendarmes probably a bit better than regular dragoons.
Well, that depends on whether or not if he took the Merc age up, because if he did, then yeah, because Black Riders have like almost 1,000 HP, have like 40% melee resistance, and have like almost 90 attack.
Yeah.
It's by far the best like Dragoon Merc in the game. So you only control group your culverins, not your other artillery. The mortars you're just selecting individually to target each building or whatever.
Correct.
And the horse
to move them back and forth, I either just double click or I click one and I have select all of same type bound to tab, and I just hit tab.
Okay, and then for horse artillery, you're just kind of letting them do their thing.
For the most part, if you walk up directly into my face, I'm going to target fire with horse artillery, but I usually am trying to keep my horse artillery further back so that it's not super exposed to culves and it's easier for me to kind of move it in and out of the fight to keep it alive, because I don't want to be replacing horse art constantly.
Yeah.
But if you like walk too far forward, yeah, I'm going to move my horse art forward and target fire the massive infantry walking at me.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that control group for units. I normally don't control group units. I only do military buildings, just because I'm still trying to learn how to micromanage like that much.
Well, your artillery is the most important thing in your army. Most other things you can be a little bit careless with, but your artillery, when you're careless with it, you drain super, super hard because of how expensive it is. So if you're going to put your micro effort into anything, put it into artillery first, and then a lot of what I do to make like a decent line with my units, if you look at like how I have my base laid out, I effectively have like a line of barracks to form a line of units where my units are walking straight forward or slightly off to an angle to converge on a line to make it easier to defend against cavalry. Because the problem with like defending cavalry from flanks is that oftentimes people just select all their buildings, rally point them all to one spot, and then all the units spend more time walking than shooting, and they don't form like a spread line to kind of have some defense from cavalry at all spots.
So I kind of
makes
just
sense.
build like a wall of barracks. You kind of saw my base layout, and I rally point each barracks individually to be right in front of it. That way you don't have like, 50 units trying to converge on one spot, then like bundling up or whatever. So that way they're just like
Yep.
instantly popping out and shooting. And then I try to keep stables on the sides. That way they can try to flank like enemy sides to try to catch exposed artillery. But my outposts, I just try to push forward with the wall of outposts, but I couldn't really get those up. So, or I would get them up, and then they would go down pretty quickly.
Yep. And then for your build or your unit production hotkeys, do you do all foundries on one, or do you split them? 'Cause I do 2 foundries on one and one on another. The 2 foundries are culves coming in from the sides, and the F4 usually is my like mortar and horse art coming straight up the center in my formation.
In very rarely do I separate like different barracks and different stables and different artillery franks into different control groups. I tend to just put all my same production buildings on the same hotkey. And if I need like one artillery foundry to go culverin and one to go mortar or whatever, I'll just like do that manually. I'll just click on 3 to just take me to my artillery foundries, and then I'll just manually select which one I want to have which, because I feel like that's easier for me than to remember like, oh, which one was my culverin and which one was my mortar.
That kind of makes sense. I don't do it with anything beyond artillery, and it's become kind of second nature to me at this point that F3 is culverins and F4 is everything else. So I'm just used to kind of that as muscle memory, if that makes sense at this point.
Yeah.
Are you guys joining my lobby?
Yes, sorry. We got talking and I forgot to restart.
I'll be there in a second. I'm watching Iron and Karma wrap this up.
Yeah, and with barracks and stables, I don't really do that. Barracks, I usually just kind of group together, and as you said, I waypoint them individually so that they form a good line. It's not always directly in front of it, sometimes it's converging from flanks or whatever, but I try to place it far enough back that the units are spawning behind where I'm fighting.
Alright, I'm gonna just take a look at the post game here.
That's the wrong lobby.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Yeah, Bag. Funny thing was, you and I were actually draining at about the same rate for most of the fighting. But then, towards the end, I started draining a little bit faster. So...